I said to myself last night, after the Phillies win, okay, and get into the playoffs, and then Atlanta comes back and wins and helps us get that number one wild card spot, and the Eagles are doing really well, I said, what could possibly go wrong today? And well, something did go wrong today. And it's this basketball team. It's this basketball team. Damian Lillard gets traded. He goes to Milwaukee. And all Milwaukee has to give up is Drew Holiday. That's how I'm doing right now in regards to this basketball team. I'm not happy. I'm really not happy about what just happened, okay? Milwaukee certainly got better. And this isn't about Milwaukee, okay? I don't want to make this about Milwaukee. I want to talk about this from a Sixers perspective, okay? Before we actually talk about it, all right? If you guys enjoy my Sixers content, we do Sixers play-by-play, we do Sixers podcasts on here, even though it's been over a couple of months since we've actually done a Sixers podcast, and this is our first one that we're doing in a while. We got a lot to catch up on, but I think that this is a perfect way to start it, man. So make sure that you like, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload and all that sort of jazz. And if you just listen to my Sixers stuff, we also do Phillies baseball, Eagles football, Flyers hockey on here too. We got the Hunt for Red October coming up for the Phillies. That's why we're rocking the Phillies gear today. So tune in to all that stuff as well. And without further ado, let's talk about this Damian Lillard trade because this impacts a lot of things. I find it funny how Jimmy Butler literally went on, I think it was IG, either IG or Twitter, and he said, or X if you will now. He literally said, check the Bucks for tampering. I thought that was kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. I had to kind of laugh about that from just Jimmy Butler's perspective because now this also impacts them as well. It impacts the Miami Heat. And how does this impact the Sixers? Well, now you're stuck with James Harden. The only other player that I would have traded James Harden for, and by the way, he really is a diva. He really is. To call Daryl Morey a liar and to literally just call him out the way that he did, James has not been stepping up to the plate. Really has not. In the playoffs, I didn't even want to go back to this because it's been a little bit of time. He really just had a tough time out there. He looked slow. He was not. The dribble penetration was definitely off. He was not moving the basketball as well as he should have. And now he got himself into this whole situation. He had to literally buy himself into this extension and literally just do that. That's on you, dude. Daryl Morey was going to trade you, but the fact that he's just going to trade you, he's just not going to trade you. He has to do what's best for the team. And the best shot that I thought of them getting something in return was for Damian Lillard. And I am shocked that it was just for Drew Holiday. I mean, I know it was a 3-team trade. I understand that. But literally Drew Holiday is all that the Bucks had to give up. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So now the Sixers are stuck with James Harden. I don't know what to do. I don't know how Daryl Morey is going to handle this. I don't know how Nick Nurse is going to handle this. If Nick Nurse has to play or play him or not. And I'm a little bit worried coming into this season. I can't lie. I'm not looking forward to this season, guys. I'm really not. And it's been a little bit of time since I've said that. I'm not looking forward to this season. It's the same thing over and over again. We keep getting stuck in the second round. And I hate being stuck. I do. I'm claustrophobic. But seriously. So, this is going to impact Joel Embiid if James Harden doesn't play. if the Sixers can't get a good deal for James Harden, that's really not going to be good. And I want my superstar Joel Embiid to be happy. Say what you want about how he performed in the playoffs, in the series against Boston. He didn't play so well. He just did not play well. But the rest of the roster is just not good. They don't have size. They don't have athleticism. They just don't have the right pieces. I love Tyrese Maxey. I think we all love Tyrese Maxey. We love the kid. We love the work ethic that he brings every single day. And we know that he's busting his balls at the gym during this whole entire offseason. And I'm curious to see how Nick Nurse is going to use him in the offense. Is he going to make him more of a playmaker? I don't know. I have to wait and see how things roll. And I'm happy about that. But you're stuck with Tobias Harris. You're stuck with James Harden. You're stuck with those contracts. And then you have P.J. Tucker's contract right now. And you were lucky that you got Paul Reed back. This team is just... There's so many holes, and it doesn't even come down to the head coach. And when I talked about that months and months ago, people thought I was crazy for saying that. It's not just about firing Doc Rivers. And Doc had a lot of flaws. He did. Doc was not perfect by any means. Not going over drills. Working on these baseball passes types of things. And, zigzagging guys like into the zones and just sticking with his own ways. You know what I'm saying? Not focusing on rebounding drills. Just simple fundamentals. He wasn't doing any of that. But the players and the roster, at the end of the day, are the guys that have to execute. And I'm hoping that Nick Nurse can be that guy that helps Joel and helps Tyrese Maxey, because I think he would do a good job at that. But now everything changes because the landscape of the NBA has changed. The Bucks, man, they got better. I'm sorry, they just did. Now if the Sixers want to get Drew Holiday, they're not as good as the Bucks. You and I both know that. It's a star-driven league. In order to win, you got to have the stars. You need depth. I agree with that. But the superstars are what win in the NBA. And right now, the Sixers, I don't know what they're going to do with James Harden. They're stuck. And it's not a comfortable feeling. It's really not comfortable at all. And it makes me sick that we're stuck with him. Again, he's the one that got himself into this whole situation, but the fact of the matter is, Daryl was tied. He had to do what he had to do to re-sign James. You can't just let him walk. You couldn't do that. Who were you going to get? But now, it's going to be hard to get a superstar now. You're either trading Tobias Harris or you're trading James Harden. Pick your poison. It's not going to be both. And people do not like Tobias Harris. I understand. He has not played up to the contract. That's not his fault. The problem is that when you have a guy that's getting paid like $40 million, well, I'm sorry, $35 million, okay? He's getting paid $35 million, and he gets you 2 points in 41 minutes in a Game 4. That's not acceptable. But again, it's the team and ownership and those people that literally signed the contract and give it to him. That's what it comes down to. Just in regards, though, and then I'm going to open this up to you guys. Again, if you want to come on here, come onto the Discord. We'll have a chat. We'll have a conversation. You and I, we can talk about this. Okay? Before I open this up to you guys, I just got to say, it sucks. It absolutely sucks to be where we are right now. And I'm celebrating yesterday because I'm seeing what the Phillies are doing. The Eagles are doing really well too. And yet somehow, I don't know why I asked this question to myself. I literally said, how could this get any worse? And the fact of the matter is that Dame is going to the Bucks. We got to play the Bucks game 1, dude. Not happy. I'm taking Damian Lillard over James Harden any day now. Now, let's talk about it from this perspective, because I think that it's also important to bring this up too. Well, Ben Simmons was somebody that wasn't happy in Philadelphia. James Harden wasn't happy in Philadelphia. Dame wanted to go to Miami. What makes the Sixers think that they couldn't, that it would be the same thing with Dame? Gotta tell you, Dame did want to go to Miami. And those people are right. You're basically getting another rental guy. But this is how the NBA is now. Kawhi Leonard was a rental guy, and guess what? After he got traded from San Antonio, he helped the Toronto Raptors win a championship. He wasn't he wasn't the only reason why. They got Marc Gasol, and that was able to help stop Joel Embiid. They had Kyle Lowry. They had Fred VanVleet. Even though Fred VanVleet struggled in that series, Danny Green was going off and all those types of things. Yes, it is a league where players control their own destiny. And LeBron James is somebody that literally dictated that and showed the players that they could do this and not let ownership take over. I'm all for the players. But this puts ownership and this puts GMs literally in a tie. Ties their hands. Because now it's about the players. And this is the curse of not being able to have players stay for long. It's the one thing I don't like. But yeah, man, if you guys want to talk about hoops, come on to the Discord. Okay, the link is literally in the description down below. We'll take your calls if you want to come on. Join the voice chat. And yeah, we can talk more about this. All right, and then we'll also play your comments too. All right, so RC's here. What's going on, RC? Oh, JJ, we talking about hoops? Yes, sir, man. I don't know why this is not displaying. I apologize about that. JJ, I got to talk some hoops with you, man. The bearded enigma, says RC. Yeah, man. Y'all could have given them Tobias Harris, picks, Jaden Springer, and anything else. Yeah, man. And see, that's the thing that really sucks is that we had actually more assets than what the Trailblazers got. And I don't know why Portland did it, but the fact of the matter is that Milwaukee got stronger. They did. And even if the Sixers somehow, someway get Drew Holiday back, for James Harden, dude, if it's just Drew Holiday, with all due respect, James Harden is, even at this stage of his career, and this is no disrespect to Drew Holiday, because Drew Holiday's defense has been really good. I just don't think it's a good fit because James Harden is a really good facilitator in the regular season. And I understand it's the regular season, but that does matter to a certain extent because you got to get through the regular season. Okay, here's a perfect analogy right here. Taijuan Walker. I don't want him on my postseason starting 4 pitching rotation because the Phillies have more flexibility now than they've ever had. But he ate you up innings in the regular season. And that was his role, in my opinion. He got you by during the regular season when you needed him to pitch. Paul Reed got Joel Embiid by when Joel Embiid couldn't play. And guess what? Those little wins, when it comes to seeding, it does matter. So, I want a really good passer. Somebody that is actually like a literal floor general. And I just don't know if I can see if Tyrese Maxey's going to do that. I would have liked Dame in that situation. I really would have. So, Y'all could have given. Yeah, I just read that. I don't think people are going to give up very much for James Harden. The only thing I do as a GM for James Harden is offer a second-round pick. That's what's going to have to happen. But, I mean, at the same time, like, the Sixers are stuck. We're just stuck. And I hate being stuck. And I'd rather just rebuild this thing. And this is literally me. I would rather rebuild this whole entire thing and start and build around Tyrese Maxey, even though a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with me on it. I would just build this thing back from the ground up because I'm tired of being mediocre. I'm tired of losing in the second round. I've always made this analogy. Losing in the second round year after year after year with Ben Simmons and without Ben Simmons, it's like losing in a video game, man. I can't get past level 2 in Billy and Mandy when it comes to that was the Halloween game. I know I'm aging myself now a little bit. Hollow Speaker or whatever that was called. That was the Billy and Mandy Cartoon Network game or whatever it was with the little pumpkin patch. I could never get past level 2. I couldn't get past it. Power Rangers Game Boy Advance. I could never get past level 3, man. I couldn't. I was stuck. Tired of being stuck. Is Discord a free sign up? Yeah, man. It is for free. For sure. I really wanted us to get Dame. It would have been absolutely perfect. Yeah, man, I'm with you, dude. I mean, I know that our defense would have taken a step back, but if you're gonna get if you're tied with getting rid of James Harden, who else are you going to get now? Now we got to wait until the season starts, and we got to see what happens as the season moves forward. And I got to tell you this right now. If you get a really big asset during the trade deadline, you don't get the chemistry that you need to get. That's why it takes a full season to build that chemistry, and therefore, it's not going to work. I don't trust Joel's health. Guys are going to be sitting out games. And if you get a superstar, great. But chemistry is what wins. And you got to build that so early. Because then you're changing the different game plans that the coaches are putting out for you to succeed. And then the coach has to figure out the rotations. It sounds simple, but it's really not. It's so complicated. So, the only places that ever made sense to me for Dame were Milwaukee, Boston, or Philadelphia. Everybody else, I couldn't see it. Boston, I guess I could see. I guess I could see that. I couldn't see it. I couldn't really see it with Miami. Couldn't really see it with Toronto. I could actually potentially have seen it. No, actually, never mind. I could have saw it with the Knicks. I think he would have been really good with the Knicks, dude. If I'm being honest. Dame and Jalen. Jalen's more of like a point guard. Dame's more of like a shooting guard. But yeah, for the Sixers, this really sucks. You're either now going to have to trade Tobias Harris or James Harden. You're not going to trade both. And I thought that maybe there would be a slight chance that both of them might go. But Daryl's on a tough spot, dude. It's not all his fault. I'm not telling you that it's all his fault. This is not necessarily a Daryl Morey blame type of a game that we're playing. It starts from the organization, from just... It starts with Ben Simmons not willing to get better. And it starts, even before that, it just goes back to the whole process. This isn't what the process was supposed to be like. The process failed. Okay? Did you hear me on that? The process failed. It did not work. It failed. Stop saying that the process is still going. Just like I say it with JT Realmuto in baseball. He's not the best catcher anymore. We got to get that out of our vocabulary. The process failed, guys. It failed. It's long done. And other than that, I have nothing really much else to say. Okay, I see where you sent me a Discord invite, JJ. Oh, and JJ, picture playing 2K franchise mode, all 82 games, and then you keep losing in the round. Yeah, man, exactly. That's exactly how it feels like, dude. We're in the same spot over and over again, man. And I hate being stuck. And every year it's something different. Ben Simmons is not putting up points in the fourth quarter. Ben Simmons passes up on a wide-open dunk. You have two offensive liabilities out there. Ben Simmons and Matisse Thybulle. Oh, Joel Embiid can't stay healthy, you know, like the one a year. Oh, Jimmy Butler literally had to play point guard for Ben Simmons, a guy that literally could not shoot a basketball and do the most fundamental thing. And then the next year after that, not everybody's healthy. They're playing in a bubble, and that sort of thing happens. And, you know, they don't have the best supplementary pieces. Like, when is it going to stop, dude? I can't stand losing in the second round. Daryl Morey comes out there and says the day after the Sixers lose, oh, we didn't lose in the second round. Like, I don't like to look at it that way. We just didn't win the championship. You lost in the second round. You lost. You can't even get to the conference finals. I didn't think I'd get this fired up about it because I'm so focused on the Phillies right now. But this is like literally me just going through the deep roots of how disgusted I am with this franchise. I'm not happy. It's not cool. I did feel like I got more off my chest, man. I really do. Cam says, RC question for you. When are you gonna, what's up, Cam? Thanks for coming on here, dude. Just ranting about the Sixers, man. That's all we're doing. All right. Well, at least I got Kelly Oubre. Hey, they got Danny Green back. There you go. Shut it all down. Rebuild. Now's the time to do it. And I love Joel Embiid. I do. He's one of my favorite players. I love him so much. But he deserves better. And while, yes, he did not play well in the playoffs last year, the pieces were not good. The coaching was not good. James Harden was a liability. Literally the Robin to the Batman was slow. So. All right. So, I think that we're going to shut things down. I think that we had enough talk about the Sixers. All right. But again, if you want to come on any other time, I know that this is late. I know that we had a lot of catching up to do. And I know it's been 4 months since we've actually talked about this team. It's just been such a grind every day doing baseball. And now we're in football season. Basketball is coming up, but I'm honest. You know, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to this season. And I love Nick Nurse, but this team just has so much to prove. They do. They have so much to prove when it comes to just the foundation of the team. So, we're going to shut things down. I appreciate you guys so much for coming on here, though. In the future, if you want to come on to the Discord server, please feel free to do so. Because I'd love to talk not just hoops with you, but if we're doing an Eagles cast, I'd like to talk Eagles. I'd like to talk Phillies. You know, we have a lot of stuff coming up. So, I'll catch you all in the next one. It's getting pretty late here. This is our third cast that we've done today. So, yeah, man. All right. Lila Tov, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks, Jay, for coming on here, too, at the very, very last minute. All right. Love you guys. Catch you all in the next one.